I dropped our dinner on the ground and walked out when my boyfriend asked me, "What's for dinner tonight, butch?" I'd been with Trevor for about 8 months, and honestly, things had been getting weird for a while. Like he'd started making these little comments about how I didn't cook as much as his ex did, or how I should learn to make his mom's lasagna recipe. But that night was different. I'd literally spent 3 hours making this fancy chicken marsala from scratch because it was his birthday week. I even went to that expensive grocery store across town to get the good mushrooms and real marsala wine, not the cooking wine garbage. My hands were still sore from pounding out the chicken cutlets. I was so proud of how it turned out too. The sauce was perfect, the chicken was golden, and I'd even made garlic mashed potatoes from actual potatoes, not the box kind. I had it all plated up nice with some steamed broccoli on the side. Trevor walked in from work around 6:30, which was normal, but he had this attitude from the second he stepped through the door. He didn't even say hi, just threw his keys on the counter and started scrolling through his phone. I was standing there holding these 2 beautiful plates of food, smiling like an idiot. "Dinner's ready," I said, all excited to see his reaction. He looked up from his phone for maybe 2 seconds, glanced at the plates, and then looked back at his screen. Then he goes, "What's for dinner tonight, butch?" in this super casual tone like he was asking about the weather. I literally froze. The plates felt so heavy in my hands all of a sudden. I kept waiting for him to laugh or say he was kidding, but he just kept scrolling through whatever stupid app he was on. "What did you just call me?" I asked, thinking maybe I heard wrong. He finally looked up again, annoyed now. I said, "What's for dinner?" God, you're so sensitive. But I knew what I heard. He definitely said the other thing. And the way he said it, like it was so normal. Like that's just how he talks to me now. I stood there for probably 10 more seconds, just staring at him. All I could think about was how my dad never once in his entire life called my mom anything but her name or honey. How my older brother got grounded for a week when he called our sister stupid during an argument. Then I looked down at these gorgeous plates of food that I'd spent my whole afternoon making. That cost me like $60 in ingredients, and I just couldn't do it anymore. I walked over to the trash can and dumped both plates right in. The whole thing. Chicken, potatoes, broccoli, everything. It made this horrible sloppy sound when it hit the bottom of the bag. Trevor finally put his phone down. "What the hell are you doing?" "Making sure the betch doesn't have to serve you dinner," I said, and grabbed my purse and car keys. I was shaking so bad I could barely get the key in the ignition. I ended up driving to my friend Katie's house and just sat in her driveway crying for like 20 minutes before I even knocked on her door. When I finally told her what happened, she made me block his number right there. She was like, "Any guy who calls you that is testing to see what else you'll put up with." Trevor tried calling from his work phone the next day, then showed up at my apartment that weekend with flowers from the gas station. He kept saying he was just joking around and that I can't take a joke anymore.